Anthony, it's an honor to have you on the program. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Most of the people in India are very familiar with American sport basketball. You know Satnam Singh, and who was drafted by the Dallas Mavericks in 2015. Do you know him?
I remember that happening. I remember seeing the first person, from India being drafted. Just remember thinking how great of a thing that was for India, but also for the NBA to open up that door for future kids that hopefully can make it as well. And he's the first, but hopefully he won't be the last, and hopefully we'll see one sooner than later.
The road to professional basketball, to be an NBA player, it's a long and a difficult one, isn't it?
Difficult's not the word. It's extremely hard to become a professional basketball player. It's extremely hard to become a really good basketball player, let alone making it to the highest level. So, I had a lot of, favor from God to really to be able to show my talents. There's a lot of people who are as talented or even more talented than I am, but I feel like I had God's favor, in having the ability to play in this league and to have the ability to stick around for as long as I have. So I'm very fortunate. I'm very blessed to be able to do what I do.
For a man of your caliber, there would be all kinds of temptations.
Well, being in the NBA, there are a lot of different types of temptations. Actually, I started a Bible study with my team here, with my teammates, and our subject last week was, really about the temptation of money. We have an abundance we're blessed to be in this position financially, to be able to make a lot of money playing basketball. And so the word says, it's easier for a camel to make it through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to make it into heaven. And so for us, we have to be extra cognitive of how we view money and how we view God. And sometimes money becomes God for people, and it becomes an idol. And for us, we have to make sure that we stay concentrated on God and not on money. And so that's one temptation right there, is to stop depending on God for things and start depending on ourselves and start depending on the wealth that God has provided for us. So that's definitely one. Another obviously is the opposite sex, women. There's, I'm sure everybody hears stories about professional athletes and women. There are, opportunities and stuff like that to get off your path if you allow it. And so just another thing, we have to make a cognitive effort to make sure that we're focusing on God and not on the things of this world. And so for us, I think that the same struggles I believe that every man has, we have, but I think that they're just magnified because of our status and our position and what we're blessed with. And so, we have to make sure that we stay even more so on our toes and stay focused on what's really important, and that's God.
What do you do to stay strong in your spiritual life?
I try and pray every single day, multiple times a day. And I try and do things, like I said, I started a team Bible study here in Detroit, to help not only myself, but help my teammates just plant seeds and hope to, see them grow over time and hopefully change some lives here. And then, of course, I go to church and take my family to church and try and be a strong leader in my own household, because I think that's where it starts. You start focusing on everybody else all the time, and you let your own household go. I don't really see that being very productive either, right? I think you have to have a good mix. You have to be able to lead your own household, your own wife, your own kids, but then also be able to hopefully reach other people as well.
Anthony, this is Christmas time. What does Christmas mean to you?
My family always gets frustrated with me because I always tell them I don't want anything. So maybe I don't give them the ability to give to me, but I always try and bless them overly and abundantly above everything that they can imagine, right? You know, just like the Bible says that God does for us. So, and you know, when it comes to the reason for the season, it's about Jesus Christ. You know, Jesus Christ, He gave His life, and you know, God gave His only Son to save us, and so you know, He gave the ultimate gift to us, which is His Son, Jesus Christ. And so the least we can do is be generous to others that maybe we don't even know, but especially to people that we do know, and that the people that God has blessed us with in our lives. It's definitely an opportunity to show our love through gifting.
How will you be celebrating Christmas this year?
We'll just do something low key. We'll make some cinnamon rolls and just hang out, open some presents, have the kids open up their presents. That's my favorite part, is to watch my young kids just you know, pick up their presents and start ripping off the paper and you know, get so excited about, you know, something that they'll probably not even care about in 5 minutes. But you know, initially it's a great reaction, and it's fun. It's fun to watch our kids just enjoy Christmas, because I remember being that kid. I remember opening up presents, and it was just a wonderful time. So that's how we'll be doing it. Just hanging out on Christmas Day and watching a little basketball and opening up presents for the kids.
Anthony, what is the message that you would like to share with the people of India on this occasion? And please bring greetings.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you very much for the opportunity to just speak to you and to have the ability to do this interview. The absolute best thing I've ever done in my life was give my life to Christ. And my biggest advice, or my biggest encouragement, I guess, would be to give Jesus Christ a chance. And that's just, you know, whether it be checking out a church, opening up a Bible, reading about Him, learning about Him, just giving time to Him, I think is well worth every single second you give. That's my biggest piece of advice, and that's to every woman, man, child in India. I mean, it's amazing that I even get a chance to talk to all of you and have the ability to do this. But I just pray for the ability, for you guys' ability to come to know Him. And so, once again, I'm Anthony Tolliver. I just want to say Merry Christmas to every single one of you, and God bless you.
Anthony, thank you so much for being on the show. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year. God bless you.
Thank you very much.